Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be finding the inverses of logarithms. So the opposite of the video we're working before, where we're going from exponential to log, now we're going to be going from log to exponential. So the first step is going to be the same. We're still going to switch the x and the y value to find the inverse. Don't forget the f of x is y, so that's y. So our very first step everyone can get right, x equals log base 3 of 2y and then minus 1 right here. So let's look at what is together. Y is being multiplied by 2. Then the 2y is all in the log base 3. So this thing is all together. And then we have the minus 1 on the end. So we can get rid of that minus 1 by adding 1 to both sides. So we're going to get x plus 1 equals log base 3 of 2y. Now that we have the log isolated, we can get rid of the log. So the two y's together, so that's what we're going to try to get by itself in this next step. And to get rid of the log base 3, and this is really weird, we're going to have to take the base 3 of both sides. So let me show you what this looks like. 3 to the power of x plus 1 equals 3 to the power of log base 3 of 2y. 3 and the log base 3 are inverses of each other, so they're going to cancel each other out. So we're going to get 3 to the x plus 1 equals 2y. And now, since we have 2y isolated, we can get y by itself by doing the opposite operation of multiplying by 2, which is dividing by 2. So we're going to get our final answer, y equals 3 to the power of x plus 1, all divided by 2, but let's be fancy. F inverse of x equals 3 to the power of x plus 1, all divided by 2. Okay, let's try out another one. The first step is going to be switching the x and y, so everyone can do that part. Okay, x equals log of y minus 2 plus 8. The very first thing is that y is having 2 subtracted from it, then that whole thing is inside a log, and then that whole thing is having 8 added to it. So let's get rid of the 8 first by subtracting 8 from both sides. Okay, and now we have the log isolated. So since we have the log isolated, we can get to y minus 2 in this next step, but we're going to have to take the base of both sides. So we just have log, there's not a base on there, but I have this little note up here. If there is no base, the base is 10. So this means that this is really log base 10. So the way we're going to get rid of that is we're going to take the base 10 of both sides. Now, watch this very fancy thing that you can do to take the base 10 of both sides. 10 to the power of x minus 8, 10 to the power of log of y minus 2. So I just write a 10 down at the bottom right there. So here we could have written that in this step, but I just wanted to show you what it looked like first. 10 to the power of log base 10 is going to become 1. It's going to cancel each other out. So we're going to get 10 to the power of x minus 8 equals y minus 2. We're really close to getting y by itself, but this negative 2 is the only thing holding us back. So we are going to have to add 2 to both sides. And we're going to get y equals 10 to the power of x minus 8, all plus 2. But let's be fancy. F inverse of x equals 10 to the power of x minus 8, and then plus 2 on the end. Okay, and let's work out just one more example. And here we are still going to switch the x and y. All right. So let's start with our very first step. X equals 2 log base 4 of y divided by 3, and then minus 5 here. So and that y looks like a 4. There we go. All right, so the log base 4 all has a y divided by 3 inside of it. That whole thing is being divided by 2, and then that whole thing is having 5 subtracted from it. So I'm going to have to get rid of this negative 5 first by adding 5 to both sides. So we're going to get x plus 5 equals 2 times log base 4 of y divided by 3. Now, the y is being divided by 3. Then all of that is inside of the log base 4, and then all of that is being multiplied by 2. So the next step, we're going to be getting the log base 4 by itself, and that whole thing is being multiplied by 2, so we're going to divide everything by 2. So we're going to get x plus 5 divided by 2 equals log base 4 of y divided by 3. Now, we want to get the y divided by 3 by itself, but all of that is inside of the log base 4, so we're going to take the base 4 of both sides. So watch how we can sort of cheat the system and skip a step here. 4 to the power of x plus 5 over 2, 4 to the power of log base 4. The base 4 and the log base 4 will cancel each other out, so we're going to get 4 to the power of x plus 5 over 2 equals y divided by 3. And then we only have one more step to get y by itself. Since y is being divided by 3, we're going to multiply both sides by 3. Okay, so let's just go ahead and skip to our answer here because we got y by itself. F inverse of x equals 3 times 4 to the power of x plus 5 over 2. Okay, and I do not want you to say, and let's just go ahead and circle this answer, but I want to show you what is not the answer. Even though it's tempting, this is not the answer. So you cannot multiply those two numbers together. I know that you'll really want to, but it just doesn't make sense mathematically in the context of this problem. So let's get a marker here and mark this out. No, don't do that. Bad, bad, bad. Okay, hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you have any questions at all. I'd be very happy to help you out. Goodbye.